Yo.
Let's go.
Yo, what is up? We're starting a new podcast on the channel called the NSC Podcast. This is episode 1. With me right here we have Ray, Vols Network, and Elias.
What's up?
Ray, you can go ahead and introduce yourself first.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Oh, I already sound like an AA meeting. This is great. Sorry, guys. I'm pulling up the pinned messages. Give me 1 second. All right. What's up, everybody? My name is Ray or Lando, whatever the fuck. I don't care. I started watching. I watched sports in around 2017. My favorite teams are the Cardinals and Patriots for the NFL, the Heat and Celtics for the NBA, Red Sox for MLB, the Islanders and Bruins for NHL in Boston College for college. Favorite sports moment is Red Sox winning the 2018 World Series. And my favorite player from each sport, Kyler Murray for NFL, Kyle Lowry for NBA, Jaron Duran for MLB, and Matthew Barzal for NHL.
All right, and I'll go ahead and introduce myself. All right, my name is James, a.k.a. James the Sports Guy. I started watching sports back in the 2017-2018 type season. Like, that was my first year I watched Kentucky basketball. My favorite teams is Kentucky for college. I cheer for the Titans in the NFL. I also cheer for WKU in college. I cheer for the Suns in the NBA, and I cheer for the Royals in MLB, and I also cheer for the Preds in NHL.
Of course you do.
My favorite sports moment, honestly, I have a couple, but I would say my top 2 are whenever Kentucky beat Florida in 2018 for the first time in 30-something years, or whenever Kentucky made the College World Series last year. And my favorite player from each sport I watch is Devin Booker from the NBA. This year for college basketball, I'd say it's Otega Owe. NFL, Will Levis, love that man. And then MLB, Bobby Witt.
Okay, Bob, it's your turn.
All right. What's up, everybody? I'm Bob or Peyton.
Hello, my name is Bob, and I have an extreme Chaz Lanier issue.
I started watching sports around 2015, 2016. My favorite sports teams for college is Tennessee, NHL is Nashville, MLB is the Dodgers, NBA is the Warriors, and MLB is the Dodgers. My favorite sports moment is when the Dodgers won the World Series last year, or when Tennessee won the national championship in baseball. My favorite MLB player is Mookie Betts. My favorite college football player is Mike Matthews. My favorite college basketball player is Chaz Lanier. My favorite NFL player is Drake May. And then NBA is Steph Curry. And then NHL is Steven Stamkos.
All right, Elias.
Okay. Hi, my name is Elias Reynolds. I started watching sports around the year 2018. My favorite teams are the Ohio State Buckeyes for college football, the Vegas Golden Knights for NHL, the Las Vegas Raiders for the NFL, the Boston Celtics for NBA, and the Boston Red Sox for the MLB. My favorite sports moment is the Golden Knights winning the Stanley Cup in 2023. And my favorite player from each sport is Max Crosby for the NFL, Jack Eichel for the NHL, Devers for the MLB, Jaylen Brown for the NBA, and Jeremiah Smith for college football.
I just want to point out that everyone except James sounded like they were in an AA meeting.
Except me. That's crazy. Okay. All right. So we were gonna start off with the NBA playoffs, but we have breaking news coming in this morning. Nico Iamaleava.
Lava.
How do you even say that?
It's Lava.
Iamaleava.
All right, we have breaking news coming in from this morning. Head coach Josh Heupel has announced that Tennessee is moving on from former 5-star quarterback Nico Iamaleava as the spring game was taking place today.
Chill.
I'm sorry. I had to say it that way because of just I'm a Kentucky fan.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, what are y'all's thoughts on this? Honestly, I think for Tennessee, the money issue it's better, but honestly, I think
Yeah.
Tennessee gets worse, but the thing is it won't really mess them up because they still have a good defense. They still have a good running back room. Hopefully their wide receivers don't transfer. So I don't know how to feel about it, honestly.
Well, here's my take. I take they're cooked. They're cooked. Nico's
Good.
like Nico was like their only appealing thing on offense all last year. I'm sorry, but that's how it was. And
No
Yeah,
way.
which I mean, Dylan Sampson's not there anymore, so I kind of
Samson's
understand where he's
leaving.
coming
And
from.
James, you brought up the defense. James Pierce is leaving. So what's that gonna mean?
That is true. James Pierce is leaving, so the edge
We'll
rushing.
touch on James Pierce later when we get to NFL. But
Yeah. But
All
yeah, I
right,
don't know.
so
I don't really know how to feel about it, but
my take, being the Tennessee fan, I feel like it was a good decision on both parts. I didn't think Nico lived up to the expectations that he should have last year. I don't think he's worth 4 million. Already making 2 million a year. I mean, I just don't think you have to go all the way and pay that. I mean, you have a good quarterback room. If you somebody in the quarterback room, you're not gonna take a chance with that.
yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do agree with that. But the thing is, though, Nico was a freshman last year, so we got to take that into consideration. So he could have, once again, no matter where he goes, because no matter what team gets him, he's going to be a pretty good player. Right now, I've heard he's rumored to go to USC or Oregon. And listen, he's going to be a sophomore this year. People need to realize that he does have a ton of potential, especially for these next 1 to 2 years. We will see what happens there as we shift on over to the NBA playoffs. I'm pretty sure. Let's take a look at the Eastern standings
yeah,
really quickly.
Eastern did get finalized. I know that.
Yeah, the Eastern did get finalized. I'm pretty sure it was finalized last night.
Yeah,
The
I think
Eastern,
it's
yeah, the Eastern Conference playoff standings are set. I will go over from 10 to 1. In the play-in tournament, you have number 10 Miami Heat, the Chicago Bulls at number
yay.
9, the Atlanta Hawks at 8, and the Orlando Magic at 7. And then the 6 teams who clinched their playoff spot: Pistons at 6, Bucks at 5, Pacers at 4, Knicks at 3, Celtics at 2, and Cavs at 1. Um,
But
Honestly, from
but
that,
the West.
the
Go ahead.
West.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, let me. Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and speak on the East. Honestly, right now, I think coming out of the regular season, I think we got to look at the Cavs as one of the favorites to get out of the Eastern Conference.
100%. Listen,
Um,
I'm a Heat fan, but I know we're not beating the Bulls. We are not beating the Bulls. And
yeah,
even if we do, we're not beating the Magic or Hawks. Well, we have a chance against the Hawks, but Magic, no,
yeah,
no.
the Hawks.
I mean,
The Something is severely wrong with the Hawks this year. I don't know what it
Well,
is.
Trey Young isn't that good. I don't know why he keeps getting.
Trey Young.
if
Trey
we
Young.
really
The thing is with Trey Young, he had one good playoff run, and that's it. After that, the Hawks have been mid.
Elijah Saunders to Maryland. All right. Anyway,
Wow. Okay, we'll cover
continue.
that in a minute.
Yeah, continue.
But if we really do go in and look at the Bulls, Josh Giddey has really stepped up the past couple of games.
Thanks.
That is facts.
He has
Yeah,
been the guy the last couple of games.
yeah. The thing is, I think the Bulls could. I don't think. I think the Bulls can make the playoffs and be the 8 seed. Could they somehow miraculously beat the Cavs? Absolutely not. I don't think there's any team in the play-in that's beating the Cavs.
100% no, unless the Heat can pull off what they did just a couple seasons ago.
Well, yeah, but the Heat. The thing is with the Heat, they don't have Jimmy Butler anymore.
No
So
Jimmy. Plus, Wiggins has been on and off the entire since we've got him. Um,
I'm just gonna say it. Wiggins is very inconsistent.
Welcome to Earth.
yeah.
Wiggins.
Um.
I knew this since the moment we got him.
He was gonna
Yeah.
be inconsistent from the moment that y'all got him.
Yeah.
I
But
just wish
I
we
think
got
we should
more out of
go
that
ahead.
trade. I wish we got Schroeder.
I do wish
Yeah.
y'all could get Schroeder. If y'all got Schroeder, y'all would have been so much better. Anyways, we move on to the West. The West is not
And it's a
finalized.
very,
Yeah.
very different story in
West
the
is
West.
always entertaining.
Let's go ahead and talk about the teams that have clinched the playoffs. OKC and the Rockets and the Lakers have all clinched playoff spots. How do you feel about that? The Rockets are a 2 seed, and the Thunder are a 1.
That's crazy to me.
Oh, well, I mean, the Thunder were a 1 seed last year, so that doesn't really surprise me. But the Rockets being a 2 seed is more surprising in my eyes. So.
Yeah, because we take a look at Houston last year. Was Houston even in the play-in tournament last year? Or
I don't think they were. Were they?
Houston, I can check real quick.
No, they were not. And no,
Can
they were
I
not.
say something about the Rocket? Can I
They were
say
not in the
something about the
play-in
Rockets?
tournament.
ahead.
They were not in the play-in tournament.
All
What
right,
about
so
the?
my take on the Rockets is being such a young team. I think whoever is a 7 has a decent chance of beating them, with the Rockets being inexperienced, young core in the playoffs.
Yeah, I
You
think.
have a point.
I think Minnesota could definitely beat them. I think Golden State can have a close series with them. The Clippers, I don't know because the Clippers are always injured, so we'll have to see how that goes. And then Denver obviously would beat them, but I don't think. I think Denver out of those 4 teams that can be in the play-in tournament, I think Denver's going to clinch for 100%.
Yeah.
Jokic is having a crazy season this year. I'm pretty sure he's averaging literally almost a 30-point triple-double. Averaging a triple-double. I believe this is the first one since Russ. Almost a 30-point triple-double. He's 0.2 points away from averaging a 30-point triple-double.
All right. I'm looking at the standings right now, real quick, and the way I see it, I don't think the Nuggets are going to make it out the first round.
Out of the first round?
Out of the first round, no. I don't think they're going to do it.
Who do you think they'll play?
Firing Mike Malone for no reason is.
That is true. They did fire Mike Malone. Listen, I think the Nuggets. I think if they play right now, as it looks, if they play the Chargers or not,
What?
I just
The Chargers?
Dude, I'm tripping. So,
Yes.
All right. I'm
Chargers.
This is getting clipped.
I'm tripping
This is
so
getting
bad.
clipped.
I thought we were on NFL for a second.
It's
Okay.
episode 1. It's fine.
Okay,
I'm
as
flipping
it
this.
looks right now, they are
What
playing.
does James know that we don't?
I don't know.
No.
As of right now, they'd play the Clippers first round. I think they would play them, but honestly, I think if they play Golden State, they're gonna lose. I think Golden State has stepped up so well in the past couple weeks, and they've done a really good job. Steph Curry has been playing some of the best basketball this season. I mean, he literally had like how many straight games with 35 plus points? Like 3 or 4.
Pretty sure. Like that entire Warriors core right now is amazing. Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, that one guy, Podziemski or whatever his name is.
Podziemski,
I'm gonna
Buddy Hield, Dennis Schroeder.
Call me a BC Glazer.
Bro,
here.
Dennis Schroeder's not on the Warriors.
Quentin Post.
Not Dennis Schroeder. I didn't mean Dennis Schroeder. I meant Moses Moody.
Quentin Post has stepped up big time for Golden State.
Quentin Post is a dog.
Dude,
I told you this when you drafted him.
I'll tell you all this right now. Quentin Post, he has done an amazing job for the Warriors. He has stepped up. Right now he's only played 41 games this season, but he's averaging 8 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. He's doing a pretty good job, man.
iPlay's tripping, bro. Look what iPlay said. He's tripping.
Post is not mid iPlay.
He's not mid. He's not. All right. We're gonna go ahead and put this up on the screen real quick because he just said Quentin Post is mid. So iPlay.
Yeah, so
can we mute James?
Hey,
buddy, this is my stream. You're not gonna say, "Oh, can we mute James?" This is my stream. This is my podcast. No. We're not muting James, but I want you to explain to me.
This is officially my podcast. Let's
guys don't worry.
That's gonna be the first podcast clip. All right, how is Quentin Post mid? I want you to explain right now. I want you to explain.
Get on the stream and tell us why.
No,
you know what? Yeah, honestly, we could.
I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Bro, he's muting James.
No, James. No, he's muted.
No, he's muted.
No, he's
No.
actually.
All right. Anyways, what were we talking about? All right, we talking about the Warriors. Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think the Warriors are definitely making the second round. And honestly,
I
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If the Warriors play OKC, I would take the Warriors over OKC. That's just my
okay.
listen. I just don't think Shea.
It's
I just don't.
debatable.
I think the Thunder are still too young. I think they're still too
Yeah.
young.
And I placed tripping again.
What do you say,
He said Warriors suck.
bro?
Warriors have a true. I don't know if they
This
have
is
a chance.
elite. This is elite rating.
Listen, I think. Listen, I don't care what
Pistons
y'all
to the
say.
natty.
I don't
Pistons
care
to
what.
the natty, bro.
Pistons to
Trust.
the natty. Okay.
Pistons to the Natty. Yeah, I agree with that. Anyways,
Yeah. Honestly, Pistons.
all right.
Yeah.
Listen,
Pistons.
who's y'all's favorite out of the West? I'm taking the Lakers. I don't care
I'm
what y'all say.
okay.
Out of
Lakers
the
are
West,
out of the West. I'm taking the Lakers for sure. LeBron
Nah.
and Luca, as well as how good Austin Reeves has been
Lakers in
playing.
5.
Lakers have been
I'll
playing
take the Lakers out of the
incredible.
West.
I'm also
okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say the Warriors.
Okay, I like that.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, the Warriors' ceiling is making the finals, but I don't think they're gonna beat
Elias,
the
what do you think?
whether they play the Celtics or the Cavs. I'm taking the Cavs out of the East. I'm gonna take that risk.
I'm gonna
tell you that.
okay. I'm gonna do it. I think my finals right now is Warriors versus Knicks.
I like that.
I do like the Knicks. I like how they've been playing lately.
You know what?
I do agree with that.
Sound crazy, but actually, it might not sound too crazy. But give me the Pacers.
Whoa.
Pacers. Okay.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's interesting.
That might be the hot take of the day.
That could be the hot take of the
might
day.
just be hot take of the day.
Wow.
As we're gonna show something on screen real quick. We're gonna show this for good funny purposes really quickly. Let me
Oh God.
just get this on here real quick. We're gonna show this for funny purposes.
Hey,
Hello,
Itchy.
Itchy.
I think in a 7-game series, the Knicks are beating the Pistons. Low-key.
I'm a leave
Yeah, that's how. All right. So
Bob, what are
Bro
your
finally
thoughts on
lived
this
up
as a
to his
Tennessee
last
fan?
name. He finally lived up to his last name.
that is true. Anyways, do y'all want to move on to the transfer portal in basketball and we can go into football?
You
a little
guys
bit?
can do that. I'll wait.
All right.
Elias is just sitting here for real.
Elias is sitting here. Elias, if you want to talk, you can say
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, I'm being for real.
No,
I mean,
no. Look, when we can talk about NHL, I'll start cooking. Okay.
all right.
All right. What's next?
You can let me cook on
How
that.
much
I can
to
win.
James? Dude, I'm already the most hated person on this podcast, and it's
your
because
podcast.
I'm on the screen. Okay. How about the transfer portal, dude? The portal season in basketball has been crazy. I want to go by teams here because
Meanwhile, my Eagles are doing absolutely nothing in the transfer portal.
I will say Boston College has really done not a lot. All right,
We fire Earl Grant.
All right, so we go over to Michigan. Michigan, they got Elliot Cadeau. They got Morris Johnson Jr. They got Yaxel from UAB, and then they got Mara from
Yo.
UCLA. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Michigan. Michigan, they had a really good year last year, and honestly, I think they should have beaten Auburn in the tournament. But guess what? They didn't live up to the hype, and they lost to Auburn. So, I don't know how good Michigan's going to be next year. They do have 5 transfers going out of the portal. Justin Pippen's going to Cal. Trey Johnson is leaving for Miami. Sam Walters is in the portal. I said Trey Donaldson. I'm sorry. I keep fumbling my words. I'm so stressed.
You're stupid. You're dumb. You're stupid.
That ain't the first time.
Yeah, it ain't the first time.
Oh.
Dang, Elias. Okay. All right. But yeah, Michigan. Listen, what are y'all's thoughts on Michigan? Hey, listen, what are y'all's thoughts on Michigan last week? What are y'all's thoughts?
Michigan's been really good in the portal.
Michigan's been really good in the portal, but then again, like portal ain't everything.
Is it gonna help? Is it gonna help him win a natty? Is the thing. Like, are they gonna make a
I don't
final?
trust Yaxel. I don't trust Yaxel.
I don't trust Yaxel either. I think
You
Yaxel is
played
one
at
of the.
UAB. I don't trust you.
Listen, I think Yaxel is one of the has a high ceiling and a low floor, and I think he's probably gonna hit that low floor for Michigan next year.
Yep.
But we move along. How about Louisville? Louisville's
Louisville.
portal. Listen, they have 3 guys, but these are probably the best 3 guys they could have gotten for next year because now they
James,
have.
they
their
really
back-
want Elias.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to give him to
Roll
talk.
on to speak.
Okay. But listen, Louisville, they got Ryan Conwell from Xavier, they got Adrian Woolley from Kennesaw State, and they got Isaac McNeely from Virginia.
Neil is horrible. I'm sorry.
McNeely, listen, I think McNeely's gonna do better for Louisville. I think in Louisville's system he will do a lot better. But as a player, I'm not so sure. The thing with
Elias is
Louisville,
talking more in the chat than he is in the actual.
Everybody is, dude, James. They
everybody's just
don't
going
want you.
crazy. The
They
thing
don't
with
want you to talk, James.
Louisville is that Louisville has not won a tournament game in how many years? It's been a while. I know that. Here, I'll get
I think the last one was like 2010 or something.
When was the last time Louisville has won a tournament?
Bob, are you speaking on a fucking alt account, bro?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, dude, that's like 5 channels, and he streamed down like at least 4 of
Dog.
them.
Yeah, I seriously don't think
yo.
Louisville has won a tournament game since like 2015. If that.
They should have beat Creighton, but you know.
Yeah, they should have beat.
Really should've beat
Right, listen, bro.
You exclusive. I followed exclusive on that fucking.
You followed me and exclusive on it. I picked Louisville to go to the
I'm
final
never
four.
following you two again.
Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, they beat 15 seed Jacksonville State.
15 seed Jacksonville
Besides,
State, baby.
wait, also,
Go
wait,
Gamecocks.
you follow James on the picks?
I
Why
followed
would
exclusive. I followed exclusive, and I shouldn't have because he never gets the
Well,
first game.
Well, Ray, you picked Vandy to the Final Four by yourself.
Can you
so
stop?
That one's on you.
I picked Vandy because I thought there was going to be at least one weird team in the Final Four, and I thought Vandy was going to be that team. And then you lose to St. Mary's, I want to die. Like,
They choked against St. Mary's, if anything.
yes, dude.
All
they had a
right,
lead.
let's move on. Let's go to the 3rd ranked class in the portal, Kentucky.
Oh my
Um,
god! Can we just skip to the 4th?
No.
All right, time for the bet
All
line. How
right,
many-
so
you
all
guys
right,
need to
so with
put the bet
Kentucky,
line on right now.
all right, so with Kentucky, they landed Cam Williams on the same day they lost to Tennessee, and then this past weekend, and this past early week, they landed Jalen Lowe, Jaden Quaintance, and Mohed Diabate. The thing with all 4 of these guys are going to contribute to Kentucky next year.
I'm not going
Mohed Diabate and Jaden Quaintance are probably going to start at the 4 and 5. And then you'll have Jalen Lowe starting at the 1. And then, not to mention, Kentucky's also going after Lamar Wilkerson from Sam Houston.
Lamar
and
Wilkerson.
he has a he has a type of Antonio Reeves build, which I'm sure we're going to give him to Kobe Bryant.
We don't want to hear more about Antonio Reeves.
Antonio Reeves is the GOAT. But anyways, we're probably going to give him like the Kobe Bryant treat. We're probably going to give him the Kobe Bryant treatment. He's probably going to start day 1 if he comes to Kentucky. He is visiting Kentucky tomorrow. So I can't wait to see what happens. But the thing that I like about Kentucky's portal, they are going after guys that fit the Mark Pope system. Like Jaden Quaintance, he's going to fit in the Amari Williams role. Mohed Diabate, he's going to fit in the Andrew Carr role, but probably won't shoot as many threes. He's not really a unicorn, but he's
Watching Carr shoot threes is like watching. I'm not going to.
He's a very good athlete and a very good defender. And then Jalen Lowe, listen, we can say all about his inefficiencies and whatnot, but listen, Lamont Butler was very inefficient before he went to Kentucky, and this year he shot about 50% from the field, and I'm pretty sure like 41% from 3. So I think, and also Jalen Lowe is probably the best playmaker in the portal. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He is the best playmaker in the portal, and I
You
can't
have
wait to
a
see
better
what he
one.
does.
This
You
has to
just
be
got a better
biased.
one.
This has to
Jaden
be
Quaintance is
biased.
better.
And then Cam Williams, he's gonna be that 3-point shooter off the bench. What do y'all think of Kentucky's portal?
Okay, I'm gonna say that
That you're being
Jaden
very
Quaintance
biased.
is definitely gonna be the make or break of that transfer portal.
Yeah, I do agree. He did have that ACL tear.
Either
He's projected to be a top 5 pick though. He will be the make or break of that
all
transfer.
depends on that knee.
But Kentucky also has to pray Brenton Garrison comes back too. So
He's not coming
what's
back. He's not coming back.
He's not going to, but we need to get him back, or else Kentucky's gonna have no depth at that center position. They'll have Malachi Marino as their backup, and Malachi's. Listen, I'll say this about Malachi Marino: he's not fit for college. He's not fit for SEC basketball. He's just not. I'm sorry.
Welcome
Just
to
not.
Boston College.
Bob, what's your thoughts on Kentucky's portal?
I kind of agree with Ray that he's gonna make or break.
Yeah, I do
Yep.
agree. Yeah, and also Kentucky needs Otega Owe to come back too. So yeah. All right, we'll move on. We're going over the top. We're going over the top 10 portal classes. All right, we go over to LSU.
We are?
Yeah, we're going over.
Top
Yeah,
10.
Holy fuck.
it's okay, boys. I'll get us through this. All right. LSU got Michael from Mississippi State. They got Markel Sutton from Omaha. They got. Did my mic just cut out?
Yep.
No, you're good.
Okay. They got
He's
Max
good for me.
Hinton, and they got Rashad King, and they also got Thomas from UNLV. But the thing with LSU, they have a ton of guys going out. Damian Collins is transferring. Noah Boyd is transferring. Miller's going to Oklahoma State. Mike Williams is gone. Corey Chess is going to Ole Miss, and Tyrell Ward is going somewhere else. The thing with LSU, I don't think because LSU was honestly, I'd say they were the worst SEC team this year.
I don't know if they were worse than South Carolina.
Well, I don't know because the thing is, South Carolina did put up a better fight in the SEC tournament.
Yeah, but LSU also beat South Carolina.
That's true.
LSU's also horrible.
But we'll see how LSU does. All right, we're gonna move on because I don't really want to talk about
LSU. Before you bring up the next team, I just want to put the Boston College transfer group on blast right now because we are doing nothing. Our only thing we've done is get Aiden Shaw from Missouri.
That's crazy.
While we're also losing Elijah Strong to South Carolina, Josh Beadle entered the transfer portal, Dion Brown to St. Louis, and we're also losing Chaz Kelly, which Chaz Kelly and Dion Brown were two of our best players. So is Elijah Strong. Beadle didn't really do much, so we're not missing a lot with Josh Beadle. But the rest is a huge hit to the team. Chad Venning is also a senior. He's gone. Our team is screwed.
Good intake there. Yeah, Boston. I don't think y'all are gonna really do much next year.
We need to fire Earl Grant because Earl Grant does not know how to utilize the transfer portal.
Yeah, that's true. I would say most coaches from the ACC outside of Louisville, Duke, and North Carolina know how to use the transfer portal. Anyways, great. Anyways,
fired next season, not this season. Damn it.
Okay. All right. Creighton got Nick Graves from Charlotte, and they got 2 Iowa transfers. They got Josh Dix and they got Owen Freeman. Honestly, I think those are great ads for Creighton because one, they do get their 2 starting guards for next year, as well as they do get their starting center. So good ads for Creighton. Honestly, we're going to go through a little bit more. Maryland had 8 transfers.
Wow.
Yeah, they had 8 transfers, but they also have most of their team leaving as well. Yeah, they got George Turkson from Texas A&M. They got Solomon Washington from Texas A&M, and they got Andre Mills from Texas A&M. They also got Farrell Payne from Texas A&M. They got Elijah Saunders from Virginia. They got David Colt from Kansas, Miles Rice from Indiana, and Isaiah Watt from Washington State. So overall, even though Maryland is losing 10 of their guys to the transfer portal, they're gaining a lot back. So, I mean, it's solid for Maryland, but I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year for sure.
Maryland's definitely not going to be as good as they were last season. I think Maryland peaks at like the 6 or 7 line next season compared to where they were last year at the 4.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go. I'm gonna go over some of the like notable commits now because I don't really want to read through the transfer.
Finally, dude.
All right.
My
All right.
segment.
All right. So as I've mentioned, Yaxel's going to Michigan. Bennett Sturts to Iowa. Where do y'all think RJ Lewis is gonna go?
I think RJ Lewis ends up at. That's a great question, actually. I think
he's gonna go to. I think he's gonna go to a Big 12 school. Personally.
I forgot who's in the Big 12. I'm thinking.
James, after this, I just wanted to touch on Tennessee's portal.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
we already touched on Boston College.
Well, no, you can go ahead and touch on Tennessee's portal.
I can do it right now.
Yeah, you can do it now.
Yeah.
So the thing about this
think of RJ
is I believe we've only got 2 players, but it was 2 huge additions.
2 players. We only have 1, so I can't laugh.
Jacoby
Massive.
Gillespie
Okay.
and Jalen Carey from Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Carey's gonna be great for you.
Those are 2 great commits.
And then also, I think we're not doing a lot because we're waiting on the 5th year court ruling or whatever.
That is true.
Court ruling? What? You're going to
Wait,
court?
what do you
Law and Order? Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. I'll go over Providence's portal for you, Banna.
You go over Providence, and then I'll say where I think RJ Lewis is going to end up.
Yeah, I think Tennessee's also going to get Rodney Rice from Maryland.
Yeah, that'll be another good ad for y'all. Anyways, we take a look at. Well, hang on, let me get the portal classes loaded real quick because I'm pretty sure doesn't Providence have a top 10 portal?
I think they do.
I'm not sure. Let me check.
It's either top 10 or top 20.
It's definitely top 20. They're 16th. Okay, they have 4. Okay, they got Daquan Davis from FSU, Jason Edwards from Vandy. They got Cole Hargrove from Drexel and Jalen Sillers for Providence. Here's the thing about
going to be great.
I think Providence could low-key be a top 25 team next year.
Jason Edwards
is transfer.
He's great for them.
Jason Edwards is a great move for them.
The guy you mentioned from Drexel, he's a great player.
Yeah, Drexel.
I watch Drexel games because
Drexel usually has good transfers. Last year they had Amari, so Drexel usually has good transfers every year.
It's just once they get out of Drexel.
Yeah, once they get out
of hell.
I think Vanderbilt lost everybody.
Vandy did lose everyone. Anyways, let's go over like the huge additions.
Okay.
Now.
I think RJ. Touching back on RJ Lewis, I think he might just end up going to Kansas or Houston.
I think I'll go to Houston. The thing is, I would say he would go to Texas Tech, but Texas Tech did just spend a bag on JT Toppin to return.
That's true.
So, I don't know. But I would love to see him at Texas Tech, because if he goes to Texas Tech is going to be a favorite to win the Big 12 next year.
You said Texas Tech like 4 times in one sentence.
Anyways, Donovan Dent is going to UCLA. That's a great
pickup. That's a great pickup for UCLA.
It's a great pickup for UCLA, which Donovan Dent was between Kentucky, UCLA, and Gonzaga, and decided to go to UCLA. That was a big miss by Mark Pope.
POV James trying not to bring up Kentucky.
I think if UCLA gets a few more guys, they could be back in contention.
UCLA is gonna be good. UCLA is going to be pretty good. Darren Williams is in the portal. He's a 5-star. He's from Texas Tech. I don't have any insight on where he's going to go. Same with Jameer Watkins from FSU. I have no idea where he's going to go. Ian Jackson, I have heard that Arkansas and Kentucky are in talks with him. Honestly, I think he's probably going to go to Arkansas. Yeah. All right. Adrian Woolley is going to Louisville. Jaden Quaintance is going to Kentucky. Jacoby Gillespie is going to Tennessee.
You're just reading off the 24/7 page.
Yes, I am. Silas DeMary is going to UConn. Deaton Thomas.
That's great. Silent. That's a great pickup.
Yeah, the thing is with Silas, he's gonna be really good for UConn. I really think he will.
Which sucks because UConn. I don't want UConn to do well.
Me either. Who wants UConn to do well? Anyways,
Besides UConn fans.
No.
yeah. Besides, I hate UConn.
UConn fans.
Deaton Harris is going to LSU. Bryce Hopkins is transferring from Providence to St. John's. Really,
That's big for St. John's.
That's a great pickup for St. John's.
The thing
when
is,
Bryce
though,
Hopkins is healthy, he is very
Yeah.
good.
he was very
he's
good
healthy.
in those 2 years.
He needs
He
to
was
stay
healthy.
healthy.
I do pray that he's healthy. Keyshawn Hall is going to Auburn.
Auburn
Great
just got
pickup
better.
for Auburn. Keyshawn Hall is really good.
Keyshawn Hall will be really good.
He was the one bright spot on that awful UCF team.
Yeah, he really was. Tucker DeVries is going to Indiana.
Mid.
That's kind of mid. Ryan Conwell, as I've said, he's going to Louisville. Mid. Josh Dix is going to Creighton. That's a good ad.
Mid.
You think it's mid?
I'm just gonna say mid until I actually like something.
Okay. Isaac McNeely's going to Louisville. That's just no.
No.
Yeah.
James, I wanted to touch on one transfer for Georgia. Justin Bailey
Ooh. Yeah.
from Wofford.
That's a great pickup for Georgia.
Yeah, that was a good pickup.
Justin
great
Bailey is really good.
That is a great pickup for Georgia. Wesley Yates is going to Washington. He was between Kentucky and Washington, but
No one cares about Kentucky. I'm just kidding.
ultimately he decided to go to Washington because I'm pretty sure some of his family is coaching there now.
Oh God.
As I have told y'all, I'm pretty sure Kentucky is going after the Sam Houston transfer. Rodney Rice does not have a decision, but he is favored to go to Tennessee, from what I've heard.
As long as he doesn't go to Kentucky, we'll be all good.
If Tennessee gets to that, it'll be pretty good. Morez Johnson's going to Michigan. Henry.
Bro, Bob, get off your other account and actually talk.
Dude, Bob is trolling, bro.
Why? Bro.
I'm not trolling. I'm just typing in chat. That's my other.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
my
yeah.
Talking to the private chat.
Yeah.
No, I was talking to the people in chat. Like, okay, who changed my name?
Peyton, the sports guy.
Anyways, LaRon Watts, from Washington State. I hope I said that name right. He does not have a destination. Xavier Lee, he is favored to go to St. John's, Duke, or Florida. I think he's gonna go to Florida.
If he goes to Duke, I might cry.
Dude, if he goes to Duke, bro, I'm gonna be so mad. But I generally do think he is going to go to Florida.
He's gonna go to Florida,
Bro, if Cooper Flag runs it back at Duke next year, they're actually
better
gonna
not. I hope he goes to the draft. So
He better
I don't
go to
have
the
to-
draft. I
I don't
swear.
have to watch him.
Dude, if Cooper Flag comes back, Duke is gonna win the Natty next year.
Exactly.
Anyways, Farrell Payne's going to Maryland. Michael from Oregon State is going to Baylor. Jelon Lowe is going from Pitt to Kentucky. Owen Freeman is going from Iowa to Creighton. Oscar Clough is going from if I can talk. Is that North Dakota State? I'm trying to read this. I'm trying to read this off because it's just showing logos.
Just read like 5 more so we can move on.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on because this is. We'll go over the transfer portal more, but I'm just kind of like reading off, honestly.
Yeah.
Najee Pack is going from Miami to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's going to be good next season with Najee
Oklahoma's
Pack.
gonna be pretty good. OB is going from Wyoming to Baylor. Keyshawn Murphy is trying to find a place, and then last two that I'll do is Vonner Visic is going from Arkansas to Illinois to play with his brother.
That'll be a good Illinois team.
Illinois is going to be a great team.
I like Zvonimir as a player, but I just don't like him as a person. And then Cam Williams is going from Tulane to Kentucky. All right. We will move on. We will move on to the NFL draft in a second. You guys can go ahead and start the session. I'm going to get me a water real quick.
All right, you go do that. All right, it's my time to shine, baby. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen real quick. I'm gonna do a little quick mini mock real quick.
Okay.
I'll show these tips again because I've never shared a screen before. Here we go. All right. Is it open there? Is it up?
No.
I think doesn't James have to?
What are we doing?
James has to approve it.
I'm back. I'll approve it. My bad.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. Prove it, you
happened?
moron.
Chill, bruh.
Yo,
Wait, hold on. Wait, what the hell? What is this?
Nice
ad?
tools. Nice tools.
what is this ad?
All right, here we go.
What is that?
Oh, thank you. They're my own. You know. They're my own. You know.
You see all the tools.
I'm done,
That's
bro.
funny as hell. All right, we're here. We see the tools. You see the tools. You also see the draft. You also see this draft. I can't get the ads off my screen already, but we'll work with it. So I'm gonna do a quick mock real quick. My computer's gonna get really fucking laggy. I'm gonna kill myself. All right.
Chill.
Tennessee. Can it load, please? God. Can it load? I'm gonna kill myself, dude. Oh my god. There we go.
This
All right,
is so...
Tennessee. This is the easiest pick. This is the easiest pick you can make. They canceled the meet with Shadur and Travis Hunter, so there's only one guy left, unless you want to throw a curveball and take Abdul Carter, which I don't think they're going to do. So I think with the first pick, the Titans are going to take Cameron Ward, if my computer will allow me. Thank you.
I really hope they. If we don't take Cam Ward,
Cameron Ward. That's just an easy pick.
Y'all are stupid if y'all don't take Cam Ward.
If we don't take Cam Ward, I'm going to crash out.
I'm going to.
Proceeds to take.
I swear.
I thought you were going to say you were going to kill yourself.
Let me talk real quick. If the Titans don't take Cam Ward, we are going to be 5 more years behind than we already are, and we're already pretty behind. We better take Cam Ward, bro.
Is this the first crash out of 2025?
Yes.
Maybe. It's
All right.
shut up. Will Levis
The Browns. All right, Cleveland. This is a toss-up. They can either take Travis Hunter or they can take Abdul Carter. But I don't know. I don't think they'll take Abdul because they brought back Myles Garrett, right?
Sure.
But here's the thing that's tripping me up. Do they really need Travis Hunter? I think they're just gonna take fuck it, Abdul Carter.
I don't know. I think Cleveland could trade the pick. I think in the top.
They could trade the pick, but I'm running this as if there's no trades. That's how I'm running it.
I got you.
All right, the Giants. I've seen the Shadur stock falling, but Giants are going to take Shadur.
They have to, right?
This is easy. Yeah, there's no shot they don't. And with this pick being Shadur, it falls right into the laps of New England of getting a great player. But the main dilemma is, do you have Travis Hunter play both sides of the ball?
Yeah.
If I'm New England, I just have him. If I'm New England, I'll have him play corner.
Exactly. We're weak at corners, so I would too.
You're weak at corner. You really have Christian Gonzalez and Marcus Jones. And you got rid of Jonathan Jones in the offseason.
Yeah. You also can't. I don't think you can play. Banana has a good point.
Another easy pick here, Travis Hunter. Boom.
If Travis Hunter's not there, they're taking Will Campbell.
Is Mike bitch? Sorry.
Where's your screen? Okay, there.
Ever since I started, yeah, if Travis Hunter's not there, it's Will Campbell, 100%. Or they trade back, or they take Armin Membau for some reason.
I do agree.
This shit's laggy as hell. All right, Jacksonville. This is a 1A 1B type situation. Do you want Mason Graham, or do you want Will Campbell?
I'd say Will Campbell.
You can go either way.
What's happening? This shit's so laggy.
James.
I can't even see the
Four.
comments because my thing is so laggy. Give me one
James,
second.
look at James. Did you see that ad? It said, "Oh my Bob."
Yeah, okay, I'm low-key gonna stop sharing my screen because this is getting treacherous.
The Wi-Fi is just saying "fuck you."
The Wi-Fi is terrible.
My Wi-Fi, no, my Wi-Fi's been screwy for the last 3 weeks, Elias. You know this because when I tried to stream the other day.
Wi-Fi has been.
Oh yeah,
taking-
the
The wrestling sim.
media. The media. Will you stop rotating
I'm,
us, please?
I'm gonna continue with this draft. With this milk. What's that? All right, back to what I was saying. Fifth pick. The Jaguars. This is a 1A 1B type situation with Mason Graham and Will Campbell. Would you rather have a phenomenal D lineman or a phenomenal O lineman?
In the Jags
If you're
case, O
Jacksonville.
line.
In Jack's case, you have to take O line, so I'm gonna go Will Campbell here. All right, Las Vegas. Elias, you're gonna hate me.
What do you have us
With the
picking?
sixth pick, the Las Vegas Raiders select Andres Borregales, kicker, Miami. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Andres Borregales, the Raiders.
We're gonna
Trust.
take Alex Rayner.
He's not even a
Oh my
first
God,
round
were you
pick.
talking about Kentucky? All right.
Okay, for real, who do you have us taking?
I love Alex Rayner, bro.
1 second, it's loading for the 40,000th time. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have the Raiders take Ashton Genty. There's no way they don't take Genty if he's there.
If they don't
If
take
he's
Genty,
tall,
there's gonna be problems.
if he's there, yeah, they take Jitney. No way they don't.
If he's there, they take Genty.
Well, I've been hearing that like the GM has been like scared to like I don't know take a running back early, but he's kind of under pressure to take a running back as well.
Genty's
Then
gonna
again,
be.
Spytech hasn't done.
I don't know if there's a world where they don't take Jitney there.
Have you seen what we've done
Genty's
in the
on
first
the
round
board. There's
before?
no doubt in my mind that the Raiders are at least
He's
attempting.
not even that bad. I mean,
Have
he
you
literally had 200 rushing yards against Oregon.
Have you seen what we've done in the first round before though?
I mean, James, I'd
We
have
drafted
200
Alex
rushing
Leatherwood
yards
that
against
one year.
Oregon too if I got 30 touches.
True that. True that.
All right, back
But that's
to
your opinion.
back to
I don't know
draft.
who we're gonna take though.
The 7th pick, New York Jets. I think this is where Mason Graham falls. You could argue for Armin Membau, but I just don't think the Jets pass up on Mason Graham. Plus, it'd be really fucking funny to see them not cover their O-line again.
Yeah.
All right, 8th pick, the Panthers. Panthers are a very interesting team in this draft process since I don't know what they're gonna do.
Panthers low-key need a receiver.
They need a
I do
receiver.
agree.
They need D-line. They need pressure.
They need everything, bro.
They need everything. Shaq Thompson leaving creates a conundrum of what are you doing? Because you need receivers, you need corners, you need edge rushers, you need everything. But I think they play it safe with the 8th pick and just go with Shamar Stewart. Like, Shamar Stewart fits their scheme really, really well. All right, Saints at 9. I think this is where Armin Membau falls. Like you could argue the Saints taking an edge rusher, but I don't think they pass up on Armin Membau if he's there.
Really nice efforts. One of them would have been a test to get the one out.
Yeah.
Chicago. I have no idea what Chicago's doing.
Stay with it. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I would.
Chicago could do anything in this draft process, and they'd find something
Did you hear
decent.
that they were like interested in like trying to trade up with us so that they could get the running back, but I don't think
Hey,
that's
well, since Genti's off the board here, what do they do?
just give them the best player available.
I give him best player available. That's Tyler Warren, so they're going with a tight end.
Why not, bro? Come on.
Honestly, that'd be a very Bears thing to do. That'd be a very Bears thing to do if they take Tyler Warren. So
Honestly, how about you just give them that?
I give him Tyler Warren. All right.
All
San
right.
Francisco needs an O lineman. They need a tackle.
His third start of the
So
year.
they're going to take Kelvin Banks here, 100%.
Steps on the bag at third
Who is playing
Again,
something in the background?
for the year after that initial hit.
It's James's TV
James,
because
turn
he
down
keeps it
your
on
TV.
too loud.
His
Huh?
out for two.
What?
Turn down your TV.
James, turn
We've already
your
discussed
TV
that
down.
before.
Turn down your television.
I was watching Texas, Kentucky. I'm sorry.
I don't care. It's my segment, asshole.
Dang, bro. Okay.
All right. I'm joking. Chill. All right, Dallas. Of course, Dallas. They needed Genti, but Genti's off the board. So they need their second biggest need is a receiver. Because I'm sorry, watching Dallas, you can't have your wide receiver 2 be Jalen Tolbert. You can't have your wide receiver core consist of CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Tolbert, and Cavante Turpin. This is exactly where Tetairoa McMillan falls, I think. If my computer would let me pick him. Hello, there you go. Tetairoa McMillan fits with Dallas as well as I think he just has great chemistry with Dak Prescott. But the thing is Dak Prescott going to stay in Dallas?
Well,
All right,
here's the thing, is that-
Miami. Where's I play? Where are you at, boy?
I play. Where are you, bro?
Is he in chat?
Where's my boy? What the fuck is this thing at the bottom of the screen? Tune into episode 2 next Saturday. Oh, that's
Well,
cool.
because like
Oh,
I
that's
feel like this should be a Saturday only thing.
Me
This
too.
should be a Saturday only.
It's like the
thing.
best. It's like the best day available. So
Yeah.
it would make
Everyone
sense.
online, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Miami at
Before
13.
starts,
I
so.
don't know what they want to do here. They could take the chance on Jihad or Jalen Walker, or they could take a corner, Jade Barron or Will Johnson. I think. Hold on. Yeah, this is where Will Johnson falls. Why did I have him so far? All right. Indianapolis, in every mock leading up to this one, I had them taking Tyler Warren, but since Tyler Warren's in Chicago, I don't know. I think, never mind. Jalen Walker. Okay, these next 3 picks I think are all going to be the same position in edge/linebacker, because they're Atlanta, Arizona, and Cincinnati. 3 teams that all need things on like the edge rusher/linebacker side of the ball. And I know the Cardinals got Josh Sweat, but you need more than Josh Sweat and Calais Campbell to do things. But this is Atlanta's pick, and they don't pass up on Mykal Williams, which provides Arizona with the golden opportunity to draft Mike Green. I love Mike Green this entire draft process. He fits Arizona extremely well. And that's a bingo pick. Cincinnati. This is interesting, right? Because think about it. They need defense. This was evident last season. It wasn't just Lou Anarumo's fault. We saw like the D line outside of Trey Hendrickson was horrendous. I think this pick is where we see Kenneth Grant fall. For the simple fact of, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just kind of spewing shit. All right, Seattle. Okay. This is an interesting team to think about because of what they've done this offseason. It's basically been an entire rehaul. Get rid of Geno, get rid of DK, get rid of Tyler Lockett, and get back Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp. Boys, is Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp a playoff caliber team to you guys?
I think. Well, don't forget they have Devontae also. So.
Wait, who they have?
I think they'll do good. I think the Rams will do well.
I'm talking about the Seahawks.
Oh, you're talking about
the Seahawks have Cooper Kupp.
I forgot.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. You're good. You're good.
The Seahawks, I actually don't know because here's the thing: they have Sam Darnold at QB, and people were saying like how he revived his career after that 14-3 season until he like messed it up in the wildcard game against the Rams, and I don't know if like
here's my take on that.
Did he just get carried by Justin Jefferson, or was he actually good?
What? It wasn't even just Justin Jefferson. It was that entire team. Jalen Naylor.
So did he get carried by his receivers?
All his receivers and his tight ends, they carried him.
Yeah,
I don't think Seattle's a playoff caliber team next season.
Yeah, they want because like the only good receiver that I know from them as of right now is like Cooper Kupp, but they traded DK Metcalf, they released Tyler Lockett, and they also I forgot they also have JSN, but yeah, I don't think
the objective's been to jiggle Cooper Kupp, but you also have Sam Darnold and Drew Lock throwing the football.
POV Drew Lock starts.
So, I think with this pick,
I don't think the Seahawks
they have to go line. They have to go line. Yeah, I think they have to go line. I think this is where Josh Simmons goes. All right, Tampa Bay.
I also forgot the Seahawks have running back Kenneth Walker, so that's another weapon actually. So
yeah, he's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay is very weird to me. Listen, their offense is great, but it's that defense that trips me up. I think they might just hedge their bets on a DB. This is where Malachi Starks falls. Because, Malachi Starks is like the best safety in the draft. So I have just noticed that I don't have Jahdae Barron off the board yet. All right, Denver at 20. Denver really just needs a wide receiver. Just a wide receiver 2 that can compete with like Cortland Sutton. Because I love Marvin Mims. I love Marvin Mims as much as the next guy, but he's not wide receiver 2 material. He's slot guy.
Would you like me?
I think Matthew Golden. No, this is where Matthew Golden falls. Yeah, Matthew Golden is projected 20th.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize that. I didn't even realize that.
And speaking of receivers, next pick, Pittsburgh. You have Metcalf. You have
They have Metcalf. They might
only have DK. Oh, and Pickens.
They have Pickens, but I've been hearing trade rumors about him.
They're not trading George. I don't think they'll ever trade George until like he pulls the Antonio Brown.
If Bro crashes out completely on the team.
Yeah, but this is such an easy pick to make with Emeka Egbuka. Like Elias, this is a perfect fit for your boy.
My boy Emeka.
Yeah, Emeka. I've been pronouncing Emeka.
If the Steelers, you realize like the Steelers have been like rumored to sign Aaron Rodgers, and if that doesn't happen, they could take Jackson Dart, who has like first round potential.
Jackson, they're not taking Jackson Dart. Let's be so for real. They're not taking Jackson Dart
Well, they probably won't if they like
unless
sign
he
Aaron Rodgers.
unless he. They're gonna sign Aaron Rodgers, so if then not drafting Jackson Dart.
They're taking forever to sign him though. It's like
All right. 21st pick is the Los Angeles Chargers, known team facing the Denver Nuggets in the first round. Just waiting to see
Shut
anybody
up,
get
bro.
that.
nice one. That's a good one, Ray.
I'm done, bro. That's gonna be the first clip of the podcast too, which is crazy, bro.
yeah, I'm definitely. Yeah, we're definitely clipping
Yeah,
that one.
Los
But
Angeles
anyway,
Chargers versus Denver Nuggets.
I think the Chargers win.
Chargers would smoke
Yo,
'em.
okay.
I think the Chargers would win. Chat. Hey, chat. What? How about who would win between the Chargers and the Nuggets? I think the Chargers.
Okay, but speaking of the Chargers, this is where Jade Barron falls. They need a corner because Asante Samuel is gone.
Yeah, that could be true because.
Right.
Or they could have
Green
dropped a
Bay is
replacement
such an
for
easy.
Joey Bosa since they released him.
Green Bay is such an easy pick to make here because if he's still there, that's Nick Emenwari. Nick Emenwari is an athletic freak. Showed out crazily at the combine. I just made up a word for that. I just made up a word to explain how good Nick Emenwari is. So
Could make
I
that
just
a real
made
word.
up a word. All right. Minnesota at 24. Listen, this is probably going to be a hot take, but I think they might trade JJ McCarthy.
Wait, what?
I think the Vikings might trade JJ McCarthy.
Whoa, I don't.
I think he might go to Pittsburgh or somewhere, and they draft Jackson Dart, and that's what I think they're doing.
If they do that, that's got to be one of the most wackiest things they could do because they literally last draft they traded up one spot to get JJ McCarthy. Now they would trade him just to get a different QB.
Yeah,
That would be the most wackiest thing I would have ever seen.
we've seen wackier, especially with my team, the Cardinals. Remember 2019 drafted Josh Rosen 10th overall, and the next season traded him, and after they drafted Kyler. See how that one turned out. Maybe it'll end up the same. Anyway, next up on the list is Houston. Houston fell off. I don't want to hear any arguments. Houston fell off.
Did they?
Especially CJ Stroud.
Not
There's
my boy
one
CJ
glaring need.
Stroud, bro.
With Stephon Diggs leaving and Tank Dell being out for a while, you need a receiver to make up for the loss of Diggs and for losing Tank Dell for virtually the entire season. I think they might reach. This might be a reach, but Luther Burden might end up being a Houston Texan in the first round.
Luther Burden, I saw like he was projected second round, but he's definitely like not like too low in the second round. So if somebody takes him in the first round, I guess that like wouldn't be like super bad.
Yeah, he's projected 34th right now, but
That wouldn't be like a huge jump then if
he's
someone
projected
takes him.
34th, which we've seen crazier things happen, especially with your team. We've seen crazier things happen, especially with your team, Elias. You know, Alex Leatherwood, Cleveland Farrell.
Do we really need to talk about that?
We do, because we're talking about big draft reaches.
We literally made a good pick last year.
Yeah, because you don't have Mike Mayock at GM anymore.
Our GM is John Spytek.
But who knows? Maybe Spytek's taking notes.
Spytek is taking notes from.
Anyways, Mike Mayock. Trust the process. All right. Los Angeles Rams, I think this is where Bob sees his boy fall, James Pierce Jr. Listen, Jared Verse, hell of a player. He's not Same with that one guy there. What's his name? Big fat white dude. I know his first name's Braden or something.
Let me look at the
I don't
depth
know,
chart.
but I know he's good.
Hold up. Let me see if I can.
James Pierce. I just have James Pierce going to the Rams.
Hold up. So,
James Pierce.
Yeah,
James, you're not
Pierce.
slick.
I gave the Rams James Pierce.
Okay, what did you say his first name was?
Wait, is James Smith in this draft class?
Wait, what?
I swear to God, bro.
What did you say the Rams' first name was? I'm
All
trying to
right,
find that
next
right
up, Braden, I think it was.
now. Okay, hold up. What is it?
He was a
called?
D tackle.
Oh, D tackle. Okay.
I know he's from Florida State.
Braden Fiske?
Sure, man. I'll take your word for
How
it.
do you
All right,
even pronounce
next up,
this?
Baltimore. I don't know, and I couldn't tell you. All right, Baltimore at 27. I think this might be an edge rusher. And I think this is where I see my boy fall, Donovan Eziraku. I'm gonna go on a little tangent here about Donovan Eziraku. He's in any other edge class, he's the second ranked. Any other edge class, he's second ranked because he, like last season, he almost led the entire NCAA in sacks, and he's just a really great player. Any other draft class, he's at least a top 10 talent. But this is a amazing edge class where he finds himself at 32nd. That's how good this edge class is this year. Next up, Detroit at 28. This may be a shot in the dark, but listen, you lose Carlton Davis. Carlton Davis, you need a replacement. James, are you there right now?
Yes, I am
James,
here.
are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
We know James is here, but Peyton, he just went.
Okay,
He
this
just-
is where
he's
28. I think this is where someone takes the bait and drafts Maxwell Hairston.
The bait? What do you mean by that? Wait, who's taking him? Who do you have
The
taking him?
bait is crazy.
You
Maxwell's
the
good.
bait?
I promise.
Yes. Maxwell Hairston. People are backing off of Hairston because of his injury.
I do
So
understand, but like
you
when
have-
he was
you have, like,
listen,
Washington at 29.
no, listen, when he was fully healthy last year, he was a top 3 corner in college football. I don't care what y'all say. He was
Is
a top.
that Glaze? Ray, I think this is
No,
Glaze.
that's
No
not
shit.
Glaze. It's facts because he literally had 5 interceptions last year, as well as I'm pretty sure he had like 8 pass deflections. I'm pretty sure he was also top 5
He's a
on the
great
team.
player. It's just the injuries.
Yeah, I do agree. I believe the injuries.
He's an amazing talent. It's just the injuries.
I believe the injury last year definitely hurt his
Can he
playing
stay
skill.
healthy is the question.
Yeah, can he stay healthy? Because I mean, this year he had.
All right,
This year
Washington.
he only had 4 pass deflections, an interception, 2 forced fumbles, and only 15 solo tackles because he was hurt. But yeah, move on. Sorry.
All right, at 29, Washington. I think they might just take the bait and take Jihad Campbell. I don't know how well Jihad is going to do in the NFL, but Washington might. This might end up being a Jamin Davis. This might end up being another Jamin Davis type pick, where you just draft him because of upside, and he ends up being ass, which Jihad might end up being ass, so it makes sense. 30th, Buffalo. I think Tyler Booker goes here. They just need line upside, and Tyler Booker is that. I have him going over. I think he's better than Gray Zabel in any category. I don't know why Gray Zabel is so high. All right, Kansas City. Who is the biggest criminal in the draft outside of Kyron Lacey?
Okay, what? Biggest criminal?
Isaiah Bond.
Who's the biggest criminal in the draft Isaiah Bond.
Did you say criminal?
Oh my god. Yep. Hold on.
You said
Where is he?
criminal.
I said yeah, criminal. Criminal.
Criminal's crazy, bro.
It's Isaiah
all right.
Bond.
31st pick, Isaiah Bond.
I don't think
Isaiah Bond to
why.
Kansas City.
I don't think we'll go first round because of that.
One is not going first
The
round.
Chiefs
bro.
will
That's
take him.
crazy.
No, Kansas City will see his criminal record and be like,
I mean, they already let
I'll
Worthy
find
get
out
away
on
with
my
it,
team.
so.
All right, and
Yeah,
last
that is true. Texas wide receivers
Oh.
when being criminals.
To be honest, I mean, to be fair, that is fair because Xavier Worthy
get
hasn't
on the
gotten
Texas
this
wide
for a
receiver
year.
and it's time to commit a crime. All
Bob,
right,
we're about to-
and final pick of this mock, Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, listen to me. Listen to me here. Just a couple years ago, the Eagles drafted Dallas Goedert while they had Zach Ertz. Now, Dallas Goedert is now the same age that Ertz was when they drafted Goddard. I think the Eagles will take Colston Loveland. I think Colston Loveland ends up in Philly. And with that, that is my mock. My computer's extremely laggy, so I'm not going to take a screenshot of it. Just know that it's there. And with what are you guys' thoughts on that?
That was pretty decent. That was
A
good.
decent mock draft.
The Isaiah Bond pick, though, was
Yeah.
crazy.
Pretty good. What was our next?
Yeah, Itchy, I know that tight end's not really a need, but then again, Goddard's the same age that Ertz was when you guys drafted Goddard. And Loveland is kind of like Goddard. Just saying.
That is true.
Should we?
Bob, we're about to lose to Texas.
Shall we move on
All
to
right,
NHL?
and with that, let's turn it over to Elias who has NHL shit. Go for it.
All right, finally,
Yeah!
finally. Can I be moved to the
Hey, I hope
wait,
everyone's
wait,
back in chat. Let's go. Let's go.
wait. Can I be moved to the top corner then?
Yeah, you can.
Since it's my turn.
James, let me
Alright.
do the MLB.
All
I'll
right,
let y'all-
all right,
I'll let y'all do MLB
We'll all
too.
do MLB.
all right. So,
Alright.
right now, there are currently.
Oh my god.
James, it's tied.
Oh my god!
Alright.
Oh my!
What? Okay,
What happened?
What is happening?
Guys, what happened?
What is happening?
Kentucky just tied
What?
number top right number 2.
No shot, yo.
Okay.
That's crazy, but like,
Alright.
I don't care.
I'm sorry. I'm
All right.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
good. All right, Elias, continue.
Okay. So the NHL playoffs are around the corner very soon. There's about 6 more days left in the NHL regular season before the playoffs start. The playoffs start, I think, on like either the 19th or the 20th. But regardless, they are definitely around the corner right now. So let's go over who's clinched so far and who hasn't clinched and who's still fighting. All right, so right now we have Toronto, Tampa Bay, Florida, Washington also clinched. Washington also won the division and number one in the Eastern Conference. Carolina clinched, New Jersey clinched, Ottawa clinched, Winnipeg clinched, Dallas clinched, Colorado clinched, Vegas clinched, LA clinched, and Edmonton clinched. All right, so right now we only have one first round matchup that's been confirmed, and that matchup is the Carolina Hurricanes and the New Jersey Devils, which is a rematch of that second round series back in 2023.
Banging
And
series.
I think Carolina is going to take that series because Carolina, it is official that Carolina has home ice advantage in this series, and playing in Raleigh is actually pretty dangerous. Like Carolina is actually really good at home ice, so I think Carolina will actually take that series over New Jersey in the first round. But yeah, right now that's the only first round matchup that's been confirmed.
Itchy has a question for you. What's your Calder pick?
I'll get to that later.
All right.
So there's also some NHL playoff scenarios today. Like there's some clinching options that can happen towards other teams, and some elimination scenarios that can happen today. And I'll go ahead and go over those as well. So So here's what can happen today. So Minnesota tonight, they can have a chance to clinch a spot in the playoffs. They could have done it if they had beaten Calgary yesterday, but they didn't. But they have another chance tonight. What they will need to happen is they have to beat Vancouver in any fashion, and St. Louis will need to lose in regulation to Seattle.
I hate you.
Okay.
Oh,
As for Montreal, they can clinch a spot in the playoffs with a regulation win versus Toronto. And they also probably could have done it if all they need now is a regulation win over Toronto. There was other scenarios if Columbus lost to Washington, but Columbus is up 7-0 on the Capitals, so that's not happening. Um, so all Montreal needs to do to clinch is to win in regulation. Um, Now we go over to the elimination scenarios. So
I
Columbus, they can.
Hey Elias, once you're done, I have breaking news to share real quick. You
Okay.
finish up. Uh,
Okay. Anyways, so Columbus has some elimination scenarios today. They could have been eliminated if they have lost in regulation to Washington, but that didn't happen. They are up 7-0, like I said. But they can be eliminated if Montreal wins in regulation over Toronto, and they can also be eliminated if Montreal gets at least 1 point over uh Toronto. Um, Now, as for Detroit, they can also be eliminated tonight, and that would happen if Montreal gets at least 1 point. The Islanders can also be eliminated. Actually, hold up. They aren't they playing right now? What's the hold up? What's the score? It's in the shootout right now. Well, I'll say this now. If New York ends up losing this game to Philly, then they're going to be eliminated. And if the Islanders end up winning, then there's another way they can be eliminated. It would be like Montreal getting 1 point over Toronto. The Rangers can also be eliminated today. They can be eliminated if they lose to Carolina in any fashion. And again, if Montreal gets at least 1 point versus Toronto. So basically, if Montreal gets at least 1 point over the Leaves, that can basically eliminate four different teams, which is crazy. Now we go over to the division scenarios. There's a chance that there can be some division scenarios today. My team, the Vegas Golden Knights. The Golden Knights have an opportunity to clinch the Pacific Division tonight. The way they can do it is they have a game tonight against Nashville at home, which is Jonathan Marchessault's return to Vegas. What we can do to clinch that division is if we beat Nashville in regulation. Um, but there is some other ways we can do it. There is an earlier game between the Avalanche and the Kings, and if the Kings lose to the Avalanche in regulation, then we can just clinch the division that way. Um, some other ways is if the Kings just lose to the Avalanche in any fashion, then all we'll need is just to get a point, and then we'll clinch the division that way. And oh yeah, but okay, so just real quick before I go on, New York has officially been eliminated. They just lost to the Flyers, so the Islanders are now eliminated from the playoffs. So
no.
sorry,
Ah,
Islanders fans, but your dreams are crushed. Okay.
ah,
Okay,
another
so now we
wasted
go
season.
okay, so now we go over to Winnipeg. Winnipeg has an opportunity to clinch the Central Division tonight. And the way they can do it is if they can get at least 1 point against the Blackhawks, or if any other result than Dallas winning in regulation over Utah. So basically, either they can get 1 point or Dallas can either lose to Utah in any fashion or Dallas just doesn't win in regulation. So those were the scenarios. Now, because of those scenarios, we could also have a few playoff matches confirmed because of those scenarios today. So if Vegas were to clinch the Pacific Division today, then the first round matchup would be the LA Kings and the Edmonton Oilers, and that series would happen for the fourth year in a row. If you guys remember the last 2 years where Edmonton beat LA in the first round 3 straight times, well, it could have. There's a chance it could happen a fourth straight time if Vegas were to clinch the Pacific today. And if that series happens, I get that LA has been one of the best teams on home ice this year, but I kind of have to go by the playoff logic. So if Edmonton versus LA happens, I'm gonna have to pick Edmonton for this. So yeah, if it's Kings and Oilers, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Edmonton. Now, if the Jets were to clinch the division today, then one of the first round matchups would be the Stars and the Avalanche. And for this,
Avalanche got that.
well, people are saying this, but if you all remember recent history, the Stars have had the Avalanche numbers in the playoffs. So if I were to
That's very
take
true.
the Stars and the Avalanche, then I'm taking Dallas. So yeah, there's a potential chance that there can be two first round matches confirmed today, but we're not sure yet. But yeah, if it's Kings and Oilers, I'm taking the Oilers, and if it starts an Avalanche, then I'm taking Dallas. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go over some of the awards, and I'll go ahead and do what Itchy mentioned, which is the Calder Trophy. Let's go ahead and go over who is currently favored to get the Calder trophies. This is like top 5 rankings.
Okay.
All right, so at number 5 we have Cutter Gauthier from the Anaheim Ducks. Unfortunately, I know Itchy probably doesn't like this player because of how he gave up on the Flyers the second he got drafted there. Like he gave up on the team.
Wow.
But Carter Gauthier, he's currently has 17 goals and 40 points as a rookie, which isn't so bad. So that's why he's ranked number 5 right now. And number 4, Itchy's. This is definitely one of Itchy's favorite players because he's on the Flyers. Matiev Michkov from the Flyers.
Ooh.
This guy has 24 goals and 58 points as a rookie. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Uh, at number 3, I think Peyton somewhat likes this player. Like his second favorite team is the Sharks, but at number 3 we have Macklin Celebrini.
Hell yeah.
I love Macklin Celebrini.
Macklin
All right,
Celebrini. We're
so
all
yeah,
Celebrini fans here.
Celebrini with 21 goals and 57 points as a rookie so far. That is very, very good. At number 2, this one's a goaltender. This guy's name is Dustin Wolf. He's a goaltender for the Flame. Um, his record right now is currently 26, 16, and 7. As a rookie for a goaltender. Um, and then at number 1, who I think actually has the best shot at winning the Calder, this guy is Lane Hudson from Montreal. He's a defenseman. This guy only has 6 goals, but he has 64
Jesus.
points. He has
Holy
64
Kevin
points.
Shattenkirk.
He has 64 points as a rookie, which
But he's
is
not Kevin
absolutely
Shattenkirk.
insane. Like Lane Hudson, honestly, I think Lane Hudson might be like the favorite to win the Calder right now because of how have all the other rookies have been. Now I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna this part's pretty easy. I'm gonna go ahead and go over the Vesna trophy for the
Okay.
goaltenders. And honestly, this one shouldn't be this one shouldn't be hard to think about because if anything, I think Connor Hellebuck is going to get this easily.
I
I mean, this
like
guy.
that.
I mean,
I like that.
like honestly, Connor Hellebuck. I think Connor Hellebuck gets the Vesna this year because let's take a look at how he's been doing. Connor Hellebuck is currently leads the league in shutouts with 8. Um, Connor Hellebuck has the highest save percentage this season at .925. Um, he's currently he currently leads the league in less goals against average with only 1.99, and he currently leads the league in wins. This guy has 45 wins this season so far. This guy is going absolutely insane in his career, and not to mention, Winnipeg currently holds the President's Trophy right now, and yeah, it's mainly because of Connor Hellebuyck because of how crazy he's been. Um, Should there be anything else I talk about? I've already explained the scenarios and all the other trophies. Is there anything else?
If you're done, we can move on because we do have some breaking news that we have to go over.
What's the news? Just tell the news.
All right.
All right.
I think that's it. I think that's it for NHL. I don't think there's anything else I can
So
go over.
first off,
Yeah,
coming out of college
Bobby.
basketball, we have breaking news. Florida center Alex Condon is declaring for the NBA draft while maintaining his eligibility
What
at
the
Florida.
actual hell?
What? I'm actually
What?
surprised. But listen, I don't blame him though. I don't, because I mean he played
He
pretty
played great in
good.
the tourney.
Anyways,
he could still come back even if he doesn't get drafted because he
yeah,
maintained his
he does
eligibility.
maintain his eligibility. As well as Texas A&M lands Jakari Lane in the transfer portal, and then we have
That's a
another
great pickup.
breaking news. Andrea Jelovich, a European player in the transfer portal, has committed to the University of Kentucky.
Oh my God! Stop. No, I know. I've heard enough.
6'11" player. Kentucky's center position is filled. So good job by that. Anyways, let's move on to the MLB.
MLB first.
All right, Peyton, start
First
cooking.
Oh,
like,
wait,
month
do y'all
I
want
wanna
to talk
stay
about?
in the Bucks.
Do y'all want to go deep dive into Condon or no? Do y'all want to move
Nah,
on?
it's okay.
Okay, we'll go to MLB.
All right, so I want to start us
Start
off here.
cooking.
Starting off with the MLB. So this season, obviously, the starting out teams that have started the best, Dodgers, have started out really good.
Mhm. Crazy what money can do.
Yeah, exactly. But who do y'all think the winners so far and the losers have been to
Big
start?
big loser is Atlanta.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely Atlanta. They've like what?
Atlanta's the biggest loser.
Who do you think is the
Atlanta
winner
Braves are
so
tonight's
far?
biggest loser.
I would say
Atlanta and Kansas City. I think Kansas City's playing terrible
I
right
do
now.
agree with Itchy. I think the Angels have been the biggest.
Yeah, Angels
I think
haven't been
the
winner.
Angels have been the biggest winner so far for sure.
Oh, the Yankees torpedo bats have been a big winner.
Yes.
Dude, but oh my gosh, I
I
believe
kind of wanted to take a deep dive on torpedo bats.
Yeah, I kind of want to as well. See, they're not illegal. Okay, they're not illegal, so we can't say, "Oh, the Yankees are cheating." Blah blah blah. So any other team can use it.
And
That is
then there's
just
the
like
thing:
the tush
It's
other
push.
just
teams are just
annoying.
choosing
Just like
not
the tush
to use
push.
them.
Just like the tush push.
It's so annoying. Like it's as a Red Sox fan, it's so annoying.
Will count.
But uh, you know, seeing the torpedo bats, it's smart. If you're not getting the barrel to the bat where you need to be, move the barrel down or up.
Yeah, we're letting Jazz Chisholm hit homers. That's the true gravity of the situation.
Yeah.
We lost to the
Who
White
do you
Sox.
And
think?
then
Oh
We
no,
lost to the
Bob.
Chicago White Sox last night.
Yeah, we did. We literally
They're
lost
so
to the White
horrible,
Sox.
dude.
and
There's
then
That's how
no
bad we
chance.
I also wanted to point out how tight or like how good the NL West has been
Oh, the NL West has been
to
good.
start the season.
Greatest
Padres,
division.
the Padres, the Giants, and the Dodgers, bro.
We're not
Yeah, that's
talking about the
crazy.
Rockies.
The
Yeah,
Rockies?
Oh
Why
yeah,
y'all sleeping on the Rockies?
The Rockies, the White Sox, dude.
Oh my
All
God.
right, I will say, who do y'all think is not meeting expectations? Honestly, right now,
Atlanta.
Boston.
Boston, definitely us.
I'd say Boston. I'd say Kansas City. I'd say Atlanta.
Atlanta's been the most surprising team that's not been good so far, in my opinion.
Atlanta has been the
Atlanta's
biggest
trash.
loser of the season so far.
Bob, we're going to bottom the 10th. Anyways,
What's after baseball on our pin?
I think it
you
was.
had W.
Oh,
I
it's
think
WWE.
y'all
If you do college
WWE.
football, I can talk about some
I
of them.
kind of want to stay on the MLB topic for a little bit too.
Yeah,
Though.
we're gonna stay on that. I'm just saying what's next. Yeah.
Yeah.
As my charger just completely busted itself. What just happened? Anyway, continue.
Hey, yo.
Okay. What's that one athletics guy who has like 6 homers right now?
The Athletics?
Oh,
On
the,
the Athletics.
Are you
he's on
talking
the
about
A's.
Jacob Wilson?
No, there's no. It's a longer name. Actually, I can go look myself real quick. Where's my phone?
It's Jacob Wilson, I think.
No,
Yeah.
I swear he had like a longer
Well,
name.
yeah. I
Oh, I
wanted to
know.
point
It's
out-
it's Tyler Soderstrom. It's
Oh,
Tyler
yes,
Soderstrom.
Soderstrom.
Yes, he's phenomenal. If
I
they keep that squad alongside him, Lawrence Butler, whoever else they have. I'm just saying, Lawrence Butler in the few years is going to be an MVP.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I
Lawrence
agree with
Butler's
that. I
phenomenal.
100% agree with that.
And then also, the Tigers have been really good.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, listen, bro. The AL Central has been one of the more surprising leagues.
The AL East is really just only tight because of how underwhelming everyone's been.
The
Yeah,
Yankees
Yeah,
have
everybody's so
the
bad in this
Yankees have been
division.
super
but
underwhelming.
listen, the
Yankees
AL
underwhelming. Red Sox underwhelming. Blue
right
Jays.
right now, the White Sox suck, the Twins suck, Kansas City's not meeting expectations, and the Guardians are honestly not meeting expectations either.
Well, do
So
we know how the Guardians are? They always turn it up towards
yeah, that's true.
middle half, which we like.
Hey,
Same thing with Jose Ramirez.
Kansas City also turned it up early in last season too. So
Yep.
we'll see what happens.
Okay, early season can't really make anything out of it though.
Yeah.
Who's your early season MVP?
All right. I'm gonna put y'all on a
Bobby
loop.
Witt Jr. I'm just kidding. He's been
Putting y'all
asked.
on a loop here. I'm going to say, Wilyer Abreu.
Okay.
Wilyer has been carrying the Red Sox as of late.
I do agree with that.
Christian Campbell is getting
Christian Campbell's a
slept on.
stud.
Hmm.
Y'all really got a very good deal when y'all signed him.
Yeah. Like, what's that? Like 8 years, I think it was.
Yeah, you locked
Yeah, it
him
was
in
8 years. Not a lot of money though.
Yeah, and we also signed Whitlock for like 6. No, not Whitlock. Crochet. Sorry,
Yeah.
I get the Garrett mixed up.
I was actually surprised this front office actually spent money.
Yeah, that's the most surprising part.
That's like the first. That's like probably like the first time in a while
I
they've actually
think
spent
if
good money.
Bregman can if he can start turning up, y'all be really dangerous.
Plus, once we get our healthy people back, once we get Patrick Sandoval, once we get Lucas Giolito, Liam Hendricks, once we start getting those people back, that's what's going to propel us to the top. Once we get those pitching people, once we get Hendricks and Sandoval and Giolito back, like the main reason we lost yesterday was because we started Sean fucking Newcomb.
Yeah, who starts that guy?
In 2025, you're starting Sean Newcomb.
We ain't doing
I
that
don't know,
again.
man. I don't know. That is very weird.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm paying attention to
You're good. Don't worry about it.
right now.
You're good.
I think the Orioles have been big losers too.
Oh yeah, the Orioles, bro. Especially after oh my god, we struck out. Especially after last year, bro. The Orioles have been a big loser to start. They're 5-8.
Knowing them, they might turn it around.
I will say though, they haven't lost their games by much. They have a -6 differential at 5-8.
That is true.
Who do y'all think is the best pitcher so far?
What's that?
The best.
Who do you think's been the best pitcher so far?
Pitcher?
Pitcher?
That's an interesting question.
Best.
There is I know Yamamoto's up there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm not trying to be biased, but
He has
Yoshito
28 pitcher
Yamamoto-
strikeouts right now.
Did y'all see Yamamoto's outing last night?
He currently has a total of 28 strikeouts for this season,
Wow.
and that leads all the MLB. So
Because Yamamoto was able to go 6 scoreless last night.
yeah, I mean, there's two like elite pitchers that the Phillies also have.
All right. You're looking for this. Here's something that looks like that.
Yeah.
Like Wheeler and
Ray, if you're ready, we can move on to WWE.
All right. I have the match card already up for me.
Can I just say one thing about it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Elias.
I'm just happy that even though I don't watch it, the fact that it's here at Allegiant Stadium here in Vegas, that's definitely a dream come true.
Elias, can you just watch Mania with us just because it's in Las Vegas?
That's definitely. I'll just say this now, even though I don't watch it. That's definitely a dream come true to Vegas and Allegiant Stadium to be hosting a WWE thing. So yeah, that's just. I'll just say that that's definitely exciting that my
Can you
home city gets
can
to
you watch
host it.
Mania with us just because it's in Vegas?
It's amazing. It's amazing that we get to host it. So that's all I'll say. You guys can continue, but I'm just happy that we're getting to host it at Allegiant.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about in the last.
When's the next WrestleMania?
It's
Saturday.
It's next Saturday. And
I'm a
the
watch.
19th and 20th.
My family's coming over. I'll definitely watch it because the last one I watched, it was really good.
Fire. Let's go.
Which I don't really watch WWE, but it was fun. Like it was
Yeah, me,
cool.
Bob, and iPlay are gonna host a little watch party.
Bro, it's so amazing that it's here in Vegas, though, at Allegiant Stadium. That's actually awesome.
I
That
think
we're
the
hosting.
biggest storyline coming into WrestleMania, Ray, is Cena getting the 17th?
He's going to. I think he will. There's no doubt in my mind he's gonna do it, and I hope he brings back the spinner belt. I really.
Oh,
hope
he has to. I hope he does too. Spinner belt is so good.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go match by match on this card.
Yeah.
All right, first up is the main event of night one, which should not be main eventing, but we'll go for it anyway. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns triple threat match.
All right, I say we give our predictions for each match.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. With Heyman in CM Punk's corner as part of the favor, which this whole storyline being part of with that being the favor is so freaking stupid.
It could have led up to something else.
It could have led up to something even better, but no. Your favor is just having him in your corner. What are you doing, CM Punk? What is
Okay,
the storyline?
If we're being honest, I don't know if I just feel like Heyman's gonna betray Punk.
He's going to. There's no doubt in my mind he will. I think Seth takes this match. Honestly.
Honestly, I think Roman takes it.
Here's the thing, I don't think they'll let Roman win. I think they're just gonna gang up on Roman to start. Because
Either way, Roman's not taking the pin.
he's not
No!
taking it. He's gonna get taken out or he's the winner.
Rollins or Punk will be the one, Punk is gonna take the pin.
Punk or Rollins is taking the pin.
Yeah.
Just waiting for this next match. Next up, we got Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
Cargill.
Cargill is winning this easily. Listen, I don't like heel Naomi. I'm gonna say that I don't like heel
Face Naomi is so much better.
They should have never turned Naomi heel. I think the only reason that they turned Naomi heel is so they could have Bianca go for the world title. That's literally what it was.
Yeah.
Which is so stupid to me. Because that, in turn of that screwed up the entire women's tag division.
Exactly, because
Just cutting Sonya Deville moved Pure Fusion Collective to 2 people. And having Lyra Valkyrie and Bayley as a tag team makes no sense.
that literally is the most unserious tag team.
And they're fighting Liv and Raquel for the women's tag titles, which we'll get to later.
I don't know what we're doing with the women's tag division, to be
I don't know
honest.
what's going on. I'm hoping that things get better. Like they don't even have Lash and Jakara. They didn't even have Lash and Jakara in that women contender match for the tag titles. They didn't even have.
They've got to do
Meta
something
4.
about the women's division. It makes no sense right
You
now.
don't even have Lash and Jakara on the main roster anymore. They have them back on NXT, which makes no sense.
Exactly.
All of Meta 4 should be on the main roster. Oro, Noam, Lash, and Jakara should all be on the main roster.
This is one of Triple H's first, or like his biggest L.
This has been his biggest L, is his mishandling of the women's tag division. But I think Jade beats Naomi and makes
Easily. I don't think it's gonna be close.
Yeah. Next match is the War Raiders taking on the New Day for the World Tag Team Championship.
Okay, first of all, it should have stayed the Viking Raiders.
It should have stayed the Viking Raiders, but I like the War Raiders.
Yeah.
I honestly think that they're gonna have the New Day win it.
Me too.
I think the War Raiders were just a bridge tag team champion, which sucks, but whatever. It's kind of like when Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan won. Bet you forgot about that one, huh?
I mean, heel New Day is so good.
Heel New Day is. I thought I would hate it, but I kind of love it.
I think heel New Day has to take it.
They're gonna take it, I feel like. All right, next match is El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio.
Give me Ray.
Bro, having El Grande Americano but not Chad Gable on the card, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Man.
I want Iguodala.
Shut
what
the
is
fuck.
Scott talking about?
But we know El Grande Americano is Chad Gable. But Rey Mysterio is gonna win that no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get a moment like last Mania when Kelsey and Lane came out. Like,
Yeah.
I hope we get a moment like that where say a shoot, who on Vegas is actually well known? Shit.
It could really be anybody in Vegas.
It could be anybody in Vegas, honestly, or
That's how it works here.
that's how it
That,
works.
that's
It could be
that's
anybody. Oh my God, Diddy.
okay.
Yo!
No,
Yo!
No, that's getting clipped, buddy.
Diddy Hill
Yo!
Mysterio.
That's clipped. That's all right. 140-31.
Diddy helps Rey Mysterio.
Yo!
did you really just say that on live stream?
That's crazy, bro.
Yo.
On live stream too,
This
bro.
stream is so cooked.
It's
Yeah, we're
episode
getting
one.
cooked now.
It's
No,
episode
dude,
one. Things are a
I think
little looser.
I think everyone's had a bad moment today, honestly.
Yeah. All right, Bob. Our next match for the U.S. title: LA Knight, Jacob Fatu. That's gonna be my favorite match of the
Jacob.
Jacob
Fatu.
might win it. Jacob Deadass might win it.
I think Jacob Fatu wins it.
Yeah, Fatu has had one of the greatest years of any debuting star. I think he could win a Slammy for Rookie of the Year.
There's a world where LA Knight retains, but there's
If-
also a world where Fatu wins, and I'm living in the world where Fatu wins.
Yeah, I really hope Fatu wins, but I wouldn't mind LA retaining.
Yeah, same, but I really want Fatu to
Me
win.
too. Fatu's just too fucking hot right now.
Exactly.
All right, our next match, I'm waiting for it to show up, is I hate this match. I want to die. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship.
Can we cancel this match?
Can we cancel this match? Honestly, this match is just is gonna be a bore.
It's
Honestly,
so pointless.
it's pointless. Why at least have Charlotte win the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah.
I just in her debut match back, you have her win it. Like, I don't know. But
Honestly, just give me Tiffy in this match.
just give Tiffy the win. Honestly, just have her have a respectable reign.
For real, like, can we not, like, Charlotte doesn't need another title, dude.
Yeah.
Let's just move on past this match.
Our next match is the match I'm most excited for because it contains my favorite wrestler, Jey Uso versus Gunter.
Jay is winning, 100%.
Okay, this match is gonna have major implications on my happiness. Listen, I love Gunter. I think he's one of the greatest in the company right now. One of the greatest heels in the company right now. Jay, what a story. But here's what I'm pissed off about, Bob. This match isn't a main event. It's opening the show.
It should be a main event on
It's
night one.
opening the show.
It should be the main event for night one.
Yeah, it's opening night one though.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Like, I get wanting the triple threat as your main event.
If anything, Tiffany and Charlotte should open the show.
It should be like Rhea and Becky last year.
It could easily be that.
And I think Jay Gunter is going to end up being like a Rhea versus Becky just because of it being the opening match.
It's gonna be a good match. It could be a stealer of the show match.
Yes. Also, I'm going to dive into something a little bit after I reveal all these matches, and I'm going to get it on a very long tangent. Just bear with me. And Jey Uso Gunter, I really hope Jay wins, but I wouldn't be mad if Gunter does as well.
I think it's time to pull the trigger on Jay.
Me too, but I don't know. Our next match in a match of Why the Actual Hell, we have Liv and Raquel defending their women's tag team titles against Lyra Valkyria, the women's IC champ, and Bayley.
This
Wait,
might be worse than the Tiffy match.
Not having Lyra or Chelsea defend is just like, why do you even have these titles?
Exactly.
Like, you make these mid-card women's titles, and you don't even have They both
Don't
only
even
defend
defend
them.
them at pay-per-views.
They've both only defended them once, and they weren't even on pay-per-views. Lyra only defended once against Dakota Kai, and Bayley and Chelsea only defended once against Michin, which Michin should have won.
I don't know, man. It's really confusing on the women's division right now.
The entire women's division is just getting fumbled because no one knows what the hell they're doing.
That is-
Exactly.
Well,
The
I
women's
honestly think
division is
Liv and
weird.
Raquel are going to retain. There's no shot Lyra and Bailey win.
Like when I was watching WrestleMania with all the women, bro, it was so weird. Like,
He's horny.
bro, why? All right, you say that on live too. In the span of 5 minutes is crazy. First he says Diddy, and then he just says that shit.
All right, Bob. Our next match is probably the match that's gonna.
That is
It's
wild.
probably gonna be a mid match because fuck my life. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight.
That's a cool name. Match isn't gonna be cool.
The match. Here's what I'm thinking. Drew 100% should win. Will he win? No. They're gonna give it to Damian.
For sure.
They're gonna 100% give it to Damian just because it's Drew McIntyre.
They have something in Drew McIntyre, and I
There's
can't
something
figure
against
out
him.
what it
I don't know
is.
what it is. I don't know what Triple H. Did Drew McIntyre fuck Stephanie McMahon?
I don't know.
Our next match is the match I'm most excited for. Fatal 4-way for the IC title. Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, Dirty Dom Mysterio.
Now that is gonna be a good match.
Okay, no doubt in my mind, Braun or Penta, both of them don't take the pin. Dom is pinning Finn, or Finn's pinning Dom.
Bro, please give Finn a title reign.
Finn, I don't. If Finn wins this, he's 100% turning face.
Yeah.
He's moving on from Judgment Day after this match either way.
Yeah.
If Penta wins, I'll be happy, but there's no shot Penta's gonna win.
I don't see Penta winning this
I see
early in
Penta-
his
I either see
WWE
Braun
career.
winning, or I see Finn winning. It's gonna be Braun or Finn.
Dude, please, I need a Finn Balor title reign.
I don't think Dirty Dom wins it, and I sure as hell don't think Penta wins it.
Yeah, if Dirty Dom wins, I'd be genuinely surprised.
Same with Penta. I mean, I get having Penta winning because big star out of the gate, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like Ricky Saints in NXT,
Yeah.
All right, in our next match, in a match of I want to kill myself, AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. If AJ Styles doesn't mop the floor with this man,
Logan Paul's gonna win.
if Logan Paul wins, it's going to be the Triple H no confidence thing again.
No, Logan Paul's gonna win because of the social media influence.
It's going to be the social media influence. That's what it's going to do it. AJ Styles is 10 times better than Logan Paul in the ring. That's what makes me so mad. This guy, Logan Paul, is going to kick out of like 4 Styles clashes.
And then Jake Paul's gonna come out.
Oh, if Jake Paul comes out, I'm genuinely going to die. I hope Styles wins, but knowing my luck, Logan Paul is going to take it. And in our next match, triple threat for the Women's World Championship: Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley.
Give me Bianca.
I'm going to go on this little tangent here. Why the hell is Bianca getting the boos?
I don't know.
Why are we booing Bianca instead of Rhea?
I feel like Rhea's more the heel here.
Bianca's a face. She's a face. She should not be getting booed. All the international crowds are just booing Bianca for no reason.
Exactly.
And Io Sky's just sitting there like...
I don't even know how we got Io Sky here.
Io Sky's the champion, that's why.
That's true.
Rhea should have never lost to Io.
Exactly.
Rhea should have the title right now. And it should be Bianca Rhea.
Io Sky, even though she's champion, is just weird in this whole mix.
Yeah. And in our main event, Cody Rhodes, John Cena.
Cody,
My God. This match is going to cook.
Here.
Whoever wins, this match is going to hit.
Cody Rhodes, road ends here.
The road ends here for Cody. I think John wins the 17th.
It's bound to happen.
It's bound to happen. I hope John brings back the spinner. But
I wish he would have brought back basic thugonomics.
But since he's on his I don't give a fuck anymore, I don't think he's gonna bring back the spinner belt because that's what the people want.
Bro, I wish he would bring back basic thugonomics.
I hope he does. I hope we hear basic thugonomics at Mania. And I think that card. It is the card. So now I'm gonna go on my tangent. Why are the Street Profits not on the? Why is the Street Profits not on the card?
Street Profits should definitely be on the card.
If they're on the pre-show, if they're even on the pre-show, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Boys, I just got dinner.
Hell yeah! What is it? What's
Dairy Queen.
You got dinner at 2:00.
Yeah.
what the hell?
Dinner at 2 o'clock is crazy. I don't eat dinner until 6.
For real?
Me neither.
It's actually almost 3 for me.
Yeah, well, you're also in Kentucky, which is CST, and we know CST is the
Oh
worst.
yeah, he is in Kentucky.
All right, bro.
All right, but Bob, why are the Street Profits not on this card?
I don't know. They should easily be on this card.
Here's one thing. It should be like that ladder match at last minute. It should be Street Profits.
Oh my god, yes.
It should be Street Profits, Motor City, DIY.
Motor City should win the titles again.
Honestly, I hope that Motor City gets moved to Raw so they can win the other tag title.
Yes.
Because I'm sorry, they don't fit on that SmackDown. There's too many good tag teams. You
I
have Street
know.
Profits.
SmackDown is has too many tag teams.
You have Street Profits. You have DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Los Garza. Who else do we have on SmackDown?
There's
a lot.
just so many tag teams on
And
SmackDown.
we might get Penta and Ray Fenix soon.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Ray Fenix for a second? Talk about how good he's been.
He's been really impressive.
Counterpoint, let's talk about Nathan Frazier as well. That match with Nathan Frazier and Ray Fenix was so fun to watch. There's no shot Nathan Frazier is a real human, right?
I don't think he is.
Because oh my god, those moves in that match with Ray Fenix a couple weeks ago, that was cinema. I think Ray Fenix is going to end up being a star. Well, I don't know. If you're going to have the War Raiders on the card, put the Street Profits on the card. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And also, there is a match that's not on the card, but it will be Randy Orton.
Third and got him at third.
Yeah, that's
Which I have a
gonna be so
feeling.
good.
I have a feeling that the guy he's facing is going to be Aleister Black making his return.
I hope Aleister Black comes back.
I think Aleister Black is making his return at Mania against Randy Orton. Or it's Miro.
Yeah. Rusev?
Yeah, Rusev.
I think Rusev is coming back.
As Miro, though.
I hope he comes back as Rusev, though.
The thing is, it just has a bad taste of like the late 2010s. The bad taste of that.
That's true.
And he comes up and spin, and if there is any hesitation,
It wouldn't make sense because Rusev and Lana are divorced now,
Yeah.
and Aiden English is in TNA. So it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
James McCoy.
Only the real ones remember Aiden English.
Only real ones remember Jason Jordan.
For real, dude.
He works as a producer now.
Yeah, I be seeing him on TV all the time.
Same with Robert Roode.
Yup. Glorious.
He's done with wrestling for sure. Same with Big E. I don't think Big E ever returns.
Yeah, I don't think Big E's coming back.
Actually, what if he cost the New Day?
That would be some amazing.
That would be something.
Place go crazy if he picks up a second.
I don't know, but having a WrestleMania without a potential Money in the Bank cash in fucking sucks.
Oh, wait. Nobody can cash in.
Yeah, because Tiffany cashed in at the start of the new year, and Drew McIntyre cashed in the same night he won it, which... Why?
That was terrible. That was
a terrible
awful.
decision. Terrible booking.
Off-speed stuff.
Also, speaking of booking, if the men's Money in the Bank winner is not Dom Mysterio or Carmelo Hayes, I will be rioting.
That I'm saying.
Because if they want to give it to if they want to go back to the rising star wins it route, like they did the last couple years, give
Mellow.
it to Melo, give it to Dom.
Exactly.
Um,
Swing and a miss. Luke will
but,
watch it.
I want to talk about AEW for just a little bit because AEW doesn't deserve much.
I don't be following
I want to talk
AEW.
about one man in AEW, Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight, low key might he needs to come to WWE. That's all I'm saying. Oh wait, actually, two men I want to talk about. Kevin Knight.
I don't follow AEW.
Me neither. I just watch AEW Dynasty for the hell of it.
Right
But
there.
Kevin Knight needs to come to WWE, and so does Blake Christian.
Got to keep the pedal down if you're Thomas.
Bob. You know what Blake Christian's theme is?
What?
It's "Loving on Me" by Jack Harlow. It's so awesome. I need to send you an edit. I need to send you an edit of him later.
Oh, do it again.
It's so awesome.
That's
But-
crazy.
But that's my segment. Unless you have anything else to add,
Go.
and James, unless you have anything to add.
No, I do not.
All right, well, great stream. Do we have anything we want to do at the end
Not.
of every episode? Anything we want to do?
We do like Ohio State's off-season stuff or something.
I think this was a good stream.
Great stream. Great first stream. Catch us next Saturday. That'll be fun.
That'll be
Yeah,
fun.
next
It's
Saturday.
gonna have to be.
Next
We
Saturday.
could go ahead and we could
Afternoon.
give them one thing for next Saturday. Next Saturday, WrestleMania special and the NBA playoff special.
Oh,
Yeah,
fun. That's true. That's true.
That's
And then Saturday after that is going to be night 2 of the NFL draft. If we want to
Oh yeah,
elongate the stream for it.
dude, Bob, we're going to 12.
I know.
All right. Well,
Well, I'll do the outro here.
all right.
Thank you for everyone for showing up today. I really do appreciate it. For especially everyone in the server joining in today. Today was a really good day. I thought today was a really good first episode, and I hope we have a nice episode next Saturday. Appreciate
April
Elias.
19th.
I appreciate Elias and Bob for joining on here. I appreciate Ray for coming up with this idea.
This was just a couple months ago. This was just a shot in the dark idea. I didn't know if you guys would actually do it.
It wasn't that. I didn't really mind it, so I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's just
I mean,
go
I have
ahead.
nothing else to do on Saturday, so
Yeah, me neither.
I remember this. I do remember the stream. Bob asked if he wanted to, so
yeah.
or if he could.
This was originally just gonna be us three, and then Bob just joined and made it 100 times better.
Yeah.
Bob makes the conversation.
Bob just took the ball and ran with it, which I really
Yeah, he makes the conversations more interesting. I'm more of a basketball and football type person, but we were talking NFL draft today, so.
more like.
But yeah,
Did I cook up my NHL topic?
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
you're good.
Next,
Anyway.
I think me
I'll be
joining
honest-
opens the door
honest,
for
next
WWE.
next
me and Bob
next
are
Saturday,
open.
the playoff matchup should be confirmed, so I could probably go over that.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for everyone for watching. We will see you guys next Saturday for episode 2.
Woo!
Let's
Yeah, peace out.
go.
Peace.
All right, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.
Woo.